Okay. Hey everybody. Oh, I'm going to turn that down. That's a bit loud. Or maybe I turn it down here. Hi everybody. Welcome back to my stream. I have got a few new fancy overlay thingies that I don't fully understand, but I'm as I keep saying before, I am learning as I go. What's up, Locks? Good to see you. So, I should probably turn on Do Not Disturb. There we go. I'm a little bit on borrowed time today. I might need to leave at any time. But in the meantime, we've got some updates, some things to work on. Let me see. So I'm going to start with giving you kind of an update on some of the stuff we've been working on in previous streams, because some of them have actually been finished, which is amazing. And I can remove them from my list from next week, which is nice. Other things are still in progress, but today, for the first time in this Ember.js stream, I'm actually going to be doing some Ember development, which is nice. So let's give you, here I've got this cool thing. I have to go curl up. Yeah. The silliest way to have like a to-do list up here, but anyway, it works. So let's give you an update on the Ember CLI fast boot update. So I've been trying to get Ember CLI fastboot working with Node 16 for a while. Hey Dragonblood, nice to see you. There's not really anything holding back fastboot from working other than kind of the tests at the moment. So the way that this actually works, it's got a whole bunch of like super cool CLI fastboot test packages. So they're like full-on applications that are using fastboot to make sure that it's not going to break if we update anything. Some of these pretty old. Package.json. Let me see. Source happens to be not the oldest one, but there are some really old ones somewhere. And the thing that's actually holding us back here is the fact that some of the tests are running with it like a really old version of Ember CLI Babel, which depends on an old version of worker pool that doesn't work in Node 16. So I followed the dependency tree all the way to the bottom and decided to update worker pool for the old version of Broccoli Babel transpiler. That was kind of rejected by Robert Jackson because it would cause like, hey, ANS module? I think I know who that is. Thanks for coming to the stream. Nice to have you. So yeah, they decided to kind of not accept my change because it would cause all these kind of downstream problems with Semver and us folk in the Ember world. We like Semver and we like to keep it working, keeping things working as expected. So then we had Stefan Penner come in here and he said, if I can backport the fix for worker pool, then we would be able to actually get it out. And that's what I did. I took this fix, which is the thing that some other person did for the latest version of worker pool, and I backported it to v2. Now, this all might not make very much sense unless you look at this. So if you have a look at upstream master, does that even work? Yeah, let's do that. Local branch already exists. If I do this, it'll work. Okay, great. And then pull. A lot of weird stuff here. Oh no. Oh no. I had a kernel panic this morning, so I had to restart my computer. Fantastico. Page add. Boom. Boom. Pull. Bing, bada, boom. So what this means is that actually... it's weird, but anyway. What this means is that I was actually trying to update the v2 of worker pool. So as you see, we're on v6.1. And that meant I had to go all the way back here. All the way to the bottom. Oh. Hey. Supreme moron. Nice. Thanks for the follow. Feel bad calling you a moron now, but as it's your name. I had to go all the way back. All the way back. Let's keep going here to the 2 version, because that's what the subdependency actually was using. And then based on that, I had to backport some stuff that was added into the latest version and then add the fix. So it's a little bit of like git foo, git magic, but it's there. If this gets merged and released as like an old v2 version, then the whole thing's solved, which is nice. So that is our update on the Ember CLI fastboot. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to do. Up. And now we're going to go give you an update on Ember asset size action. So some people saw that I was working on this, and I had a bunch of people do pull requests to add really cool features. So let me see. Feature allow editing of existing asset size comment. So anybody who's watching the stream that doesn't actually know what I'm talking about here, let's go and have a look at it in action. GitHub.com, Ember Learn, Ember website. Let's go and have a look at a pull request. Oh, look. One that I created. So if you create a pull request, Ember asset size action comments to say, oh, look, this is how much of a change to the asset sizes you're actually going to have if you merge this. Pretty cool. But if you make any changes, it's just going to comment again. And if you're making a lot of changes, it's commenting. And that's not great. So this person created a pull request to edit the existing asset size comment, which is pretty cool stuff. And there was other features as well. In fact, I don't know that I have a changelog in here. Slightly bad practice, but essentially this was just general open source maintenance. So added a few of the features that people created in pull requests, and then struggled with a bit of a release. GitHub Actions are not easy to work with. There's a lot of stuff that makes them super difficult. For example, for some reason with GitHub Actions, you have to commit your node modules, which just makes it really difficult to work with any of this stuff. But I got there in the end. Finally released. So if anybody does have an Ember app that they want to use this on, try it out. Let me know how it works for you. And yeah, that's it for the update. So yeah, let us move on to the actual project that we're going to be working on today. What did I call it? GuideMaker Ember Template Sidebar Implementation. Oh hey, Ans Mojol. I don't know how to actually pronounce your surname now that I think about it. Thanks for the follow. So that name that I have in the to-do list doesn't actually communicate what the job is, what the task is. But I'll give it what am I doing? I'll give you a bit more of an idea by kind of walking through how somebody might discover this project if they were interested. So I'm not looking at the latest one because we haven't actually updated our 2001 initiatives. But in the Ember Learning team, we have these things every year that we work on, which are larger projects. And the one that I'm in the process of at the moment is bringing the new redesign, the website redesign to all of the Ember websites. If anybody hasn't seen it, Ember.js.com. New fancy redesign with, oh, look at this, just such a fancy looking branding, mascots, such a great looking site. But not all of our sites have this new color scheme and design system, etc. So the job at the moment, let's close that, is to bring the new redesign to all the Ember websites. And this project is actually a project of projects. And the one that we're on at the moment is redesign the Ember guides. What are the Ember guides? Docs, guides. Boom. So as you can see, it looks very different. The design is very different altogether. So we go in here. We can have a look at any of the tasks that are still to do or in progress. If anybody's interested in taking a task, feel free. I just shared it there in the chat. But there are some good first issues and help wanted ones in here. In fact, now that I remember, somebody already reached out about this one, so I'm going to move that into in progress. Thanks for taking this one. I've moved task to in. Let me know if you have any what's that, Lux? Maybe I'll assign it to myself since no, I won't. Not KS. I don't know what the thing that you're saying. Okay, so I'm going to leave the good first issue for other people, maybe beginners who want to try out contributing. And I'm going to do this one. Implement table of contents design. So let's go to this issue. I'll close some of these because we don't need them anymore for the stream. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of description here. Let's fix that. Where can I fix it? Implement. Bar, fix sidebar. Should be links to abstract in here. I'll find it though. Where can I find this? I'm going to have to open something on my other screen for a second. I should have a way to blur out my screen, but I don't actually know how that works. I've seen other streamers do it, but I don't actually know how it works. Over here. Just looking for a link. Password. Yeah, move you over here as well. Oh, touch ID. My left finger nowadays, because for some reason my right finger is too wrinkly to register anymore. Abstract. Okay, password. Boom, boom, boom. Ember.js.com. Collections. Docs. Is it? No, that's the wrong one. Sorry for this, folks. I'll be with you in a second. Blog guides. Found you. Share. Copy link to collection. Boom. Okay. This is the new design that we're aiming for. Bing bada boom. I'm going to share it. I'm going to add it in here just so that it's actually visible. Big comment. Okay, so this is the kind of goal for the design of the sidebar that we're aiming for. This has kind of got more stuff in it, but this is what it should look like when it's done. What we have so far... Oh no, why didn't you put in a new screen? What we have so far is this. So we have the sidebar implementation, which is pretty cool. It's like mobile and all this sort of malarkey. But it's not... doesn't look very nice. It looks pretty bad, in fact. Compared to what we hope it should look like. So that's our goal for today. Boom. So let's get started. cd git open source Ember. And we're going to do this directly in the cd guide maker Ember template. Let's see. Guide maker Ember template open already? I do not. Oh, maybe I did. Fetch. Let's have a look. See. Origin website redesign. So we're going to do new branch, which is going to be called sidebar design. Huzzah. Cool. I'm not actually covering this as and this is going to be in the guide maker Ember template. Let's make this a bit bigger for everybody. Woohoo! npmi, just in case. Maybe I should have like on-screen fireworks or something when I'm doing an npm install. Keep it upbeat. Maybe that's what Pretzel's for. The background music that I've got going on. Okay. npm start. Well, this should be the same. Localhost 4200. It boots up. Thinking about it. boo. Oh yes, of course this runs a bit slower when I'm sharing my screen anyway, so I assume the fact that I'm live streaming makes building an npm installing a bit slower. Interesting. It does it. Huzzah! Right, here we go. So, what are we actually doing here? What is a way where we can like inspect artboard? Ooh, even fancier. Oh, that's the wrong kind of zoom. Fit. Ah. Okay. Font family. Me bold. I don't even know where to start. What I'll probably do. Yeah, I don't really know where to start because there's so much stuff. Guide maker Ember template. What was the package lock update? Odd. Anyway, so let's have a look. See what have we actually got in our template. Got our application. Okay. Version show, guides article, index. Where's our sidebar? Guide maker Ember template. Application. Version. Show. Guides article. Guides article. Ooh, new follower. Oh, Kraus Di Bato? Did I get that okay? Tell me how my pronunciation was on that one. I don't know if I am just totally blind here. Can't see the sidebar. Empress blog, Ember template. Are we not using the sidebar? We are. Yeah. Oh, it's not sidebar, it's ES sidebar. Oh, I need to make this bigger as well, don't I? Oh, can I make the search one bigger as well? No, maybe not. So, guide maker Ember template. Make this bigger. Boom, 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 boom. Hope that's good for everybody. ES sidebar. So where we were in version. Guide maker. Ah, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we've got a sidebar. So we are using power select. Interesting, Mr. Bond. This is the content of the sidebar. Table of contents. So we have a table of contents component. Oh, because it's yes, components. Table of contents. Okay, we have a table of contents component. Oh, this is kind of pants. There's a few things that are actually co-located, which is the new way of doing Ember components, and a few things that are not co-located. Info drop down. I don't know what drop down header is being used for. Anyway, it's not too important. This is our CPs. We are using an add-on to implement this. So Ember collapsible panel. Ooh, Geeko Supremo, thanks for the host. I don't know if I've ever been hosted before. An honor. So we have this. This is Ember collapsible panel. And the question is, do we care about collapsible panel? Is this something that we want to use? Or are we just going to do it with normal HTML or JavaScript? Do it our component. Questions. Thoughts. Also a little bit messy in here. Close this so we can actually see more of the code. Oh, thanks, Geeko Supremo. I do know what hosting is. I think I've hosted other people, but I've never been hosted. What I mean, nobody has. Oh no, I recognize that name. And you're sharing me with a. Oh no, oh, don't do this to me. So, I hope you don't mind me saying, Florian in the chat has shared the ARIA best practices examples for navigation with this tree view. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to implement any of these ones, Florian, but they are not great. What was it that I did? I did tab view once. I tried to implement like to the letter A1 tip top best ARIA practices tab view with all of the navigation and stuff. It took me so long, and the pull request was rejected. Because it was too complicated. Yeah, thanks for the sidetrack, Florian. Now, I'm not trying to be dismissive. You're bringing up a very good point. What we're doing now is really improving the Ember.js. We're improving the design of this. And as we're here, we might as well do it in such a way that it's accessible at the start. It's just kind of difficult with these sorts of things. Especially when the examples here, like the actual code for these examples is actually included. And the code is god awful. Where's the JavaScript? So there's two separate JavaScripts, and they're all, I think, jQuery? I think last time I saw one, it was jQuery, and they're bad. They're just... So what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to try and make a bit of progress. With the design, and then we can circle back and think about the accessibility part of it as well. And I'm going to try and make it not too terrible. Let me have a look at what it's doing to the DOM here. So we have ordered links, divs. Yeah, so the divs will be this collapsible panel stuff. And then we have links because that's what they are. Which is fine. Have a look and compare that to this. So we've got unordered lists, lists, spans, links. You know what? We're actually very close. The only problem that we have is that we have random divs. Area expanded. That's interesting. That's it. That is actually quite interesting. God, you're great to have on stream, Florian. You should watch my streams more often and tell me what to do. But they have more div, a, div, div, OL. So they're putting the expandedness on the list items? Interesting. Area expanded. False. Because actually we shouldn't be... That shouldn't be too hard for us to do. Because we have an at open. We could just add it there. See, now you got me curious. I wonder if we can do a... I pretend like I'm a professional Ember developer. Ember let... Isn't there a thing where you can... Is there a thing where you can like set a variable in a template nowadays? Let blah blah blah. Is let deprecated or something? Yeah, so that is okay. So I can do like something like this. Boom boom. Let thing as blah. I'm going to do and then we can just do you just do true or false. Does that work? Ah, with was the old thing. I can never remember which is the new thing and which is the old thing. This is the problem when you've been doing Ember for 10 years. What did I... I broke something. Ah, let doesn't match if. Psh, lies. God, I promise I'm an Ember developer. Ignore me. Area expanded. So, does it need to be area expanded equals true or false? So, like, area expanded if blah true or false? What am I doing? Look at that. Oh, that's interesting because it's not doing. Oh, is it? Let me have a look. Do I have one that's not a section? Okay, I can do subsection when it's not expanded. Area expanded false. Boom. Take that, area expanded. That's probably good enough, don't you think? Cool. Accessibility, check. A joke. With these sorts of things, okay, yes, it's good to kind of take input from, especially the ARIA best practices code. Like that's a good thing to do, but it's not good enough to say, oh, we've done a thing, now it's accessible. Really, you need to test it. You need to use something like VoiceOver and test if it's accessible. I could do that today, but that's I'm not really set up to do that. I can do it. I can get set up relatively quickly, but it's not what my goal is today. My goal for today is to get a little bit of the design in place. And it's good, you know, for the other viewers. Florian, who is now very active in the chat, he is the one who kind of worked on a lot of these designs. You're probably looking at this as well and saying, oh god, this isn't the most up to date or whatever, but it'll still be better than what we have right now. Yes, you are to blame for it, Florian. Yeah, it'll still be an improvement if we can get this working. So let's do that. So first things first. Why do I have numbers? I thought it was an unordered list. Oh. Let's do unordered lists. Probably enough, yeah. Cool. Then we can start thinking about nav, table of contents. So what do we got here? We've got table of contents. Let me see what styles we have. Interesting. We have no styles in the guide maker template. That's pretty cool. Nick, you are a VIP. Yes, that's correct. I think it just means that I called you a VIP. I don't know what it means. I'm not really a professional at what I'm doing. Promise I am just figuring it all out. Component. Table of start. No, we do it like this. No, not the blog. Empress blog. Do add-on styles. Oh, no, interesting. We don't have a components thing, but it's fine. Eh? if you just put something in styles in an add-on, it'll get included. Is that right? No. Ooh. What's going on here? Testing is the trust, but verify. Yes, very true, Kiko Supremo. The challenge with front-end accessibility is that very few people know how to use the tools. But once you kind of once you actually go in and figure out how to use the tool, you're usually like leagues ahead of most other front-end developers, because there's so few people who use them. So Locks redeemed ad time, which reminds me that I should be doing Pomodoros. That's why we have this blank screen thing here. What am I doing? Guides, template, open source. Like, I should have had a timer going so that we do Pomodoros, so we can have focus time and then 5-minute breaks. So we've been streaming for 40 minutes, so I think I should do one of these. Oh, actually, I'm just going to have to hide my screen for a second. I'll get there, Locks. Just 1 second. Swoosh. Where'd he go? He had to open his Google Chrome that happened to have my emails open, so I didn't want to open it. Okay, so what am I doing? I am going to run an ad break, thanks to close your tabs. I have so many tabs, it's ridiculous. I'm going to run an ad break, so I don't know what this is actually going to do. I think some of you won't see an ad break, but here we go. Let me know if it works for you. So, anybody who's still with us... Oh, actually, we have some subs. Confused Chris, yes. So, the way that I think it works is that some people are in countries where they don't have ads that they can run on Twitch, so they don't have the stock. There's another word that they use for like having ads that you could run if you wanted to. So that's one reason. But also, if you're a sub, which I have 2 subs now, look at me, I'm a professional. If you're a sub, you don't get an ad. Ah, now they're getting a Twitch ad. Nice one. Interesting. Oh, speaking of subs, coming in, Nick, with the with the sub. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. So yeah, it is like a monetization thing, but like I think it's kind of pointless. Oh, thanks Florian for the follow. Look at my fancy alerts. They're so cool. So yeah, it is monetization, but like ads are so pretty graphics. Look, you've got an extra badge now. You got a month of your like first tier sub, Nick. Yeah, but so ads, we've got So it's telling me that I've got 14 viewers, but if I look at the number of people in the chat, there are more people in the chat than there are viewers. I don't know how that works. But if I run an ad, I probably need like thousands of people to make it like a euro or a dollar or whatever it is. So it's kind of pointless. But Locks redeemed the channel point to do that. Oh, actually, speaking of channel points, let me see. Viewer rewards, channel points. I had a channel point thing, a challenge that I wanted to start. Start challenge. Hey. Community challenge started. I don't actually know how this whole thing works, but if you redeem enough channel points into that by the time that it's done, then I will do what it says. And I'm going to do... So the goal here is that... So I've got some stuff up the top there, and there's a bit of a blank space down here. And actually, you can create web apps that do your overlays. Oh, there we go. Look at this. We have our first contribution to the custom overlay app challenge. Custom overlays like promise models. No. Although you can see in my to-do list up there, Ember promise models PR. If I get enough progress on the design of this thing, I'm going to look at this. This is great. 18% raised already. That's not bad. So, overlays. Yeah, so see that thing up the top, the open source live, and then there's like what I'm going to do today. That's just a web page. Localhost 8080. That's all it is. But you add it as like an overlay in the OBS thing that I'm using. Yes, there we go. So I'm using Streamlabs OBS, which is even fancier than normal OBS. And that's what's giving me all this like fancy Sting transition stuff. But if we were to do a custom one, we would make it so that it would work like at exactly 1080p resolution, and then like this gap down here, I'd have like a custom overlay with stuff in there. So yeah. Yeah, the like this isn't mine. This is some other person's open source thing that they're doing. It's not great. That's why I have this goal to do the custom overlay app. But yeah, so Geeko Supremo, so you're redeeming for highlight your message, but if you want to contribute to the community challenge, you redeem it against the community challenge. I don't know exactly how to do that. Yeah, so there should be a button at the top. I don't know. Okay, so that's our 5-minute break done, I think. So let's start our timer. Let's do 30 minutes of design stuff. Nick, this is what I'm going to need a little bit of help with. That timer. That timer is a piece of JavaScript horribleness doing the animation. Like, I'm manually editing SVG, but like not using any of the animation APIs. I'm just doing like set timeout. It's so gross. You will make so much fun of me. But yeah. I will need some help at some point. Cool. So let me minimize that and put you all back here. Okay, so we've got our unordered list, but now... Right, so I'm confused. So I have Emperor's blog, Ember template, package JSON. What do we have here? How do we start this? Because I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So, Nick, the new custom overlay will replace that thing. So if that E is really bothering you, then spend all your channel points on that community challenge. So let's have a look. See. So I'm a little bit confused. So I'm looking over here at Emperor's blog, Ember template, which is like, it's very similar to styles. This is add-on styles. Styles, add-on. There's no import. But there's all this stuff. Does it just work? Add-on styles. So the CSS. And let me have a quick look at the head. Oh no, it's... Is it? Yeah, it is in head. The CSS. Vendor CSS. In here. Well, isn't that interesting? I didn't... Is this a new thing with Ember add-ons, that if you just include any file in the styles, it just includes it? You get more channel points if you hang out. So even just sitting there watching, you get channel points. I don't really know exactly how they work. But c'est la vie. Okay, so cool. We've got what we want now. So it's magic. I don't know why it's working. So what we're looking for is table of contents. Dot. So I'm going for ul dot table of contents, and we're going to do. Oh, you're all going to get to see me being very bad at all of the things. Remove dots on you. List style. A base of 2000. What does that mean?
What you have is nothing more than a system of wires and circuits.
List style type none.
Only to the extent of which you program.
None. Oh, come on.
It will be your friend, no more than the table you built it on will be.
You. Nice. Now we've got our padding. 0. This is going to be interesting because now we've got no padding for sub tiers. So let me see what we've done. What do we actually want to do here? In fact, I'm not going to do that because I can't see which ones are which. So, introduction. What is introduction? We have a second unordered list inside the top unordered list. So the top one, we want to have no padding. And then all subsequent ones, we want to have padding. A little bit of padding. You only get better and it shows everybody can learn. Yes, I am not great at CSS, but I'm not one of those people who subscribe to the oh, CSS is terrible, let's just do it all in JavaScript, CSS and JavaScript thing. Like, I understand my limitations. I know that I'm not great at CSS, and if I did more of it, it would I would get better and it would become more natural for me. But I'm not going to throw it all away just because I don't know how to use it. It is like, it's great. It's so powerful. It's awesome. So I have an idea. UL. So this is our second one. So our table of contents handlebars calls itself table of contents. So we can say no. What? Mass equals sub. That just work? Because it's a table of contents. Oh no, because I needed dot 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 attributes. Dot 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 attributes. Now it'll just work. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So sub ones have sub table of contents, and now the top one doesn't. That's so good. What's going on in the chat? Nth type selectors. No way. I think I need to go through like some sort of well, that's a good question. Does the sub one now have twice the class? Twice the class, twice the fun. Let me have a look. Sub. Oh god. Too many things. No. That is as simple as an answer as I can give you. So now we actually want, oh, I don't need this. I can just zoom. Close that. Table of contents. So now we can go padding left. Bleh. And then I can go ul dot sub table of contents. Padding left. Now, this is really going to depend on the design. Damn. Yeah. What is that? How do I do a measure in here? Like I measure that to there? How do I do that? Should open it up in Sketch rather than Perfection. Pixels. How do I know how many pixels? Ugh. Oh, can can't. I was in Sketch. I could draw a thing and put it in there. Huh. Yeah. Shift and select them both, right? Let me see. No. See, this isn't Sketch, you see. This is abstract. And I'm doing it in abstract because if we think of it in terms of the open source issues, and we've got these available links in abstract, then other people who want to implement things should be able to. Command. Yeah, I'm trying command. It's not working. Yeah, I'm a little bit upset, to be honest, with open untracked. So abstract is nice and it gives you these kind of public links, but I'm not sure it's fit for purpose for open source for all of the things. Like, I'm just going to open it now in Sketch, but I'm able to do that because I work for the company who is hosting. I'm trying to open it in Sketch. Why isn't Sketch opening? Bouncy, bouncy. Could you get to see this? You do. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Come on, Sketch. So it shows me X and Y coordinates. Where does it show me X and Y coordinates? Where does it show me X and Y coordinates? What I could do is I could do this. Oh, I can't move anything. Width, height, X, Y. Ah, there we go. X, Y. Yes. Totally right. We're going... so you can deduce them. It's just a little bit painful. Is that 9? 9 pixels. Okay. Odd. That doesn't look right, does it? Maybe it's because there's a whole bunch of other stuff. So there should be no... Ooh, that's an interesting question from an accessibility perspective. This is showing no underline in the links. So should we be? Ugh. Oh. I'm not logged into Sketch. Wonderful. I'm not going to do that. What am I looking for? Google. Abstract is not a Googleable term. That is correct. This should be a public link. So if anybody wants to play along in the design, no need for underlines. It's a menu, not content links. Yeah, true. So. And then it's like underline. I don't actually know what this is. Remove underline. Text decoration. Thank you very much. This is why live streaming is the best. None. What? You are all a bunch of legends. Oh no, I clicked to W3 schools. How dare I? Oh, it's text underline or something, is it? Extreme programming. It's like mob programming is like the newest thing. Why does that not do the thing? Oh, because it's probably getting a different design somewhere. Text decoration, none. Ah. Yes. Right. background none? Our links aren't links. How do I turn off a background? Bottom link. Background color maybe, and just make it. I am correct, but why is it not? Oh, table of contents A, because it's being. I need to be a link because more. Boom. Get you out of there. Specificity does kill you. Specificity is the worst. It is the worst of all things. I joke. I actually quite like specificity. I do like CSS. It's good. Right, what do we got? We've got a 9 pixel gap between things as well. We're like a 9 pixels as our padding here. That's good. As our margin, rather. Guess we could do it between. Do it between LIs. Ooh, new follower. Icarus HQ. Thank you for the follow. What am I doing? Yeah, this time. Margin. North set 9 0. Isn't that it? Ooh, look at this. Specificity is the hardest part of CSS. That and Z index. Or, look at me, I'm sounding like an American. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's Z index for us UK and Ireland folks. Don't forget visited. Wouldn't visited have already shown up here? Oh look, so table of contents A link has a better specificity than main A visited. Interesting. Oh, time for coffee. Nick, I'm jealous. Oh, hey Alex. Welcome, welcome. Why does everybody have like little blue hats? You're all prime gamers. Apparently. It's teamwork going in the Nick and Anne household. Okay, where am I? Where am I? What's next? This is interesting because for the top level, we want a bigger font. Font size 20. But for the next ones, we don't. So that's a sub, isn't it? Sub table of contents. So that means we need to do table of contents and then we do font size 20px and then font size 14px. Ooh, fantastico. Dragon Blood, feels so weird seeing you write CSS, having used Tailwind for a while now. Florian is calling me out on my badness. Yes, we probably did. Ember style guide. So I use PX for font sizes. Yes. I'm bad at CSS. I'm going to work on it. Typography. So this is interesting. So we have documented global overview. So we've documented the CSS class helpers for typography. But we haven't documented the look, style guide, add-on, styles. Be in here somewhere, isn't it? Globals, maybe. Global. Font size. Yeah. So I should be using these bad boys then. So interestingly, yeah, you said this already. I think I missed it. We're not going to say 14 and 20. We're going to use the medium and large. So whatever it happens to be, we'll do that. Font size. So this one's going to be var. Copy the whole thing. LG, and then var. Boom. Medium. Interesting. And that is slightly better. Ooh, this is interesting. What about padding? I'm assuming that has the same problem where we want to do spacing. So it's actually spacing 1, which is closest to 9. Margin var spacing 1, then var. Okay, a bit better. Cool. So what is this telling me? This is telling me okay. But it's also telling me that these ones need to have, what is this? This is okay, so we have a selected one has like a background and stuff. Interesting. We'll get to that in a minute. So where are we? We're in XY. So X is 141. This one what? 141 minus 1, 2, 3. 18. Ay, 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 ay. So not only do sub ones need more spacing, they also need a dot, a dash thingy, a rectangle. Interesting, Mr. Bond. How to do that? We have table of contents. We're doing class sub table of contents. So right, we're going to be out of time anyway for this Pomodoro, for this 25-minute slot. 15 seconds left. Let's catch up on some of the chat while I wait. I have a to-do item where I need to add a 5-minute break timer to this timer thingy of mine. Close. Maybe use before for the decoration. Yes. Geeko Supremo. The actual decoration is, well, I actually probably wouldn't have even thought of how to do that, but yeah, before is a good idea. The challenge that I have is how to only do it for sub lists, because this this is using a recursive thing. I've made it work for sub lists, but I haven't made it work for a sub list. Which is a bit fun. I think I could do it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh gee. Ah, Florian, what are you doing to me? Is that the lobotomized owl? Meet the lobotomized owl. See, I knew what was called before you put that in the text. I know my stuff. I'm a CSS professional. Yeah, you're totally right. I think you've shared this with me before, Florian, but oh my god. I did not understand it the first time, and I don't think I would understand it the second time. It's supposed to make sense. So complicated. Now with the following another element. Yes, so that makes sense, but that's not what we're aiming for. What we're aiming for is aiming for contains. We want in another element. Oh, that's ul.subtable of contents. Ul. That's that one, isn't it? And I want that to be 2 is twice 1. Silliest thing I've ever said. Yeah, that didn't work. So remove that. Yeah, I was doing unnecessary specificity. You're right. But that one didn't work. I would expect that to have a bit bigger actually for people. That would be an immediate dependent. And I have plenty of divs. You are correct. Oh, we said the divs didn't matter, but they do matter. So is there a way to like... I can just do... Is this a stupid thing to do? Like it works. But I'm looking for... No, perfectly fine. Interesting. Things I learned today. Right, our 5-minute break is up. Let's go for another session. Boop doo boo. They don't matter until they do. Very correct. So now we have an interesting question of the list items. We want them to have just do this for now. What are these? Upper Roman? Upper Alpha? What even are these? Disk. Let's just do disk for now. How's that? So I think we need to do potentially our little before if we want to, like a little dash like this. Can I? That's kind of a stupid thing, but can I export that rectangle? Like it's the, I can write an SVG that's just a rectangle. Code editor. Are you talking about this code editor? This is Atom. I am a fan of Atom. Oh no, W3 schools again. Oh, save myself. So let's just do real quick. Public file. That. So how big do we want this thing? We want it to be width 8, height 3. Is that how it works? Because it's a view box. So that's just a rectangle now. Perfect. It's like the full size zone view box. I think you have to do boom. It exists. What color is it? Oh my. So somebody's saying I don't need SVG list style type. What's going on? Oh. What's going on here? That's pretty cool. The one I'm looking for is like a dash though. Is there a dash style type? This is so complicated. See, I was just going to do like a before with SVG. List style type. Style image. And then I can do a URL. Can I make this even simpler? And do a data URL. SVG type. Can do image. Let's try that. Yeah. Big. Boom. Huzzah. It worked. But it's in the wrong place. Yes, so I did end up using the list style image with an inline SVG. Why is it in the wrong place? With 8, I should probably also make it height 8 maybe? Correct. And I probably don't need a view box. Maybe it's not the most efficient way of doing it, but yeah. Exactly. Flip side is that I could actually just use the SVG, which is yeah. So now we can actually edit it in place. Why is it this style image position? This style position. Not W3 schools. This style position. Oh. The end goal, Kiko Supremo, is to just make it look like this. Which is interesting because actually that is kind of in the wrong position anyway. So maybe I'll just stick with it for now. See what happens. It's not bad, I think. Kind of okay. Check my text messages. Expecting a call at any time. Okay, so. Okay, what have we got so far? We've got. They look bolded as well. Font weight bold. Do we have font weights that are? Did I close the contents for style guide? Add-on styles. Global. Do we have like font weights in here as well? Font weight 1. Guess that's bold. Add MDN to those searches and you get a better result. Yes, I always look for the MDN. What am I looking for? font size. Well, then font weight 2. Yeah, Dragon Blood makes a very good point. Thinking how close we are to almost losing MDN scares me. Yeah, the mass firings last year was, or was it this year? Last year. A little bit frightening, to be honest. Interesting. Oh, new follower. Ewan Harris. Welcome, welcome. Do I pronounce the underscore? Yeah, it's always a bit of a interesting one with open source. Like, obviously there are tools that we all depend on. You know, for a while we all depended on Travis for a lot of open source stuff, but because there wasn't really a model that people liked, it all went bye-bye. So, yeah, for now they're in the good graces and they're being helped by Microsoft and Google, but maybe not forever. So 34. Our padding that's close to 34. Don't have a 34. We have a spacing 4 more. Fine. So this looks like we want to do. Interesting. Okay, so we've got some interesting problems. This is implying that for sub table of contents, we want a margin bottom of bar flat. Yeah, but want a margin bottom of 0 for the sub ones. When you open a thing, there's that gap, which is this is what this is implying here. So there's no gap between those two, then there's a gap between the open one and the next one. Okay. But it's interesting, to say the least. But I just had a thought, because I was like, oh, but wouldn't this work well for the sections? The thing that I'm working on right now, does not reflect reality. Because if we look at guides, they have these extra things. They have subsections and like separators. So not only do they have separators, it looks like we have separators that have a bad color contrast. No contrast information available. Because that has color. What is the background? What? I want to pick the color picker. The background color. There we go. Now, does that mean I have contrast? Why go? I've got. put a background color on it, why don't I have contrast information? Oh. Oh. Because it's not a color. Dragon Blood says good luck. I'm assuming that means that he's departing, or they are departing us. Good to see you. Right, so this is challenging. Because that is an alpha channel. Why have we got an alpha channel there? That doesn't make any sense. Why isn't it just a color? And now if I've got a color, why don't I have contrast information? Oh, I'm going crazy. Okay. Contrast checker. Bam. Foreground color, black. Extra black. Okay, hex it is. Copy it. Hex. Now does it have contrast information? Contrast, and the background we had was FD. Not quite white. Normal text. Fail. Wonderful. Is it large? Don't think that's large. That seems like normal text to me. It's the same kind of size as this. Oh, that's not great. Anyway, not quite the thing I'm trying to solve right now. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to go and I'm going to update my table of contents here. So, for anybody who's not into the whole Ember thing, what we're actually working on here, well, it's not just even Ember thing, it's Empress, the way that this is built. This template that we're working on is actually an add-on, an Ember add-on for the Empress implementation of the guides. And if we go to github.com or learn guides source, we will see that it has a template guide maker Ember template, which is the thing that we're working on. So this is a template that gives all the design, the HTML, the CSS for the guide maker implementation, which is what powers the Ember guides. The thing that I'm looking at is if I go into guides, I go into the release version. I want to have a look at the pages because we have is heading true. That must have been added to guide maker. Did I do that? Hub.com Empress guide maker. Test here. Ah, it's in the changelog. Oh, so I approved it. Is heading. update. Parkway site. So filter page. Page is not heading. Services page. Interesting. You need to be using the latest guide maker. This is interesting. So, back from that little diversion, what we need some headings in our test app. So we're working on an add-on, and when you run npm start on an add-on, you are actually running this little test app in here. Now, because it's guide maker, it's got test reduction, a test data as well. I'm going to do core concept. I'm going to steal. Why does it have a URL? If it's a heading, it shouldn't have a URL. Okay. This is interesting. I think what we probably need here. So I'm going to looking at the LI class. Not currently. So the where's that link? Oh, because it's pages. Then I need. Oh god, I'm doing so much stuff at the same time. We need to support else, if page dot is okay, and the heading I think you might be a bit delayed, Eco Supremo. I'm not looking at the transparent background color stuff anymore. But you are delayed, you won't hear that for a while because I'm ahead of you. But that's okay. You pause the video for a while and maybe back on the scrub, is that what the thing's called? Sorry, I just had a notification that there's somebody at the door, so I'm just gonna look who it is. Oh well. Back in with my kids. Okay. So, if page is heading, we want to do something else. Okay, 5-minute break. So, how are we enjoying the stream so far? Still got a good amount of viewers. It's good to have so many people around. Geekos Primo. We're late here. I'm assuming America? Are you on West Coast? That is very late for you. Good to see you, Anne. Yeah, it's been great to have so many people here watching, but it's also great to have so many people interacting. Really good to have you all. Much appreciated, and thanks for the follows so far. And we had 1 sub. Very nice. Thank you very much. Oh, 3 a.m. Ouch. Yeah. Now that I've got 2 kids, I don't know. Well, other than I have to wake up to feed them sometimes at 3 a.m. I don't know if I could purposefully stay up until 3 a.m. Why are you saying 27%, Nick? What am I not doing? Oh, is it the community goal thing? Yes, it is. See, it doesn't tell me. See, I can just see the chat. It doesn't say 27% unless I log into my streamer. Oh god. Sorry to hear, Gigo Supremo. Yeah. Not much I can say to help the situation other than good luck. Oh, so yeah, I really need a timer. Maybe I could integrate my Pomodoro into the overlay, my custom overlay app. Once we get there. Oh god. We only have another 1 session. Overlay. Gotta drum up more support, get more viewers earning those channel points. Hashtag retweet. I think it accelerates as well. So I think if you watch the same streamer twice in a row, you get like a streak bonus. So if you see me next time, it'll be 500 points or whatever it is. I don't know. I accumulated like 5,000 points on somebody's stream just by having it on in the background. So it's possible. Also, you're subbed to me, so you'll get extra points just for being there. Again, I don't exactly know how they all work, but I'm a professional, I swear. 1 more minute of the break, and then we'll get back into coding. Oh. There's a just chatting thing. I'm gonna switch to it just so I can show you. Can you still hear me? Yeah. So I'm supposed to. Actually, let's see if I can add myself in there. Video stream. Media source? Is it a media source? No, it's a video source. Oh, it's all very complicated. Subs get 2x channel points. Yeah, nice to know, Pico Supremo. I should be using the just chatting. What's it called? Scene, I think they're called. When I'm on a break. But yeah, I don't know how much longer. There we go. Done. Oh, and you can do a timer as well. Yeah, actually, I might try that in my next break. Mess with the scene. You can see it all live. Right. Let's do this. Let's tackle this, yo. Start timer. So, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Scene. Producer Wolf, hello, welcome to the stream. So the pickle that I'm in, I suppose it could just be a list item because we're in a unordered list. So I could just do list item. It's like page.name or something. Page.title. mind me sharing my security ebook? I'd prefer if you didn't, if you don't mind, Producer Wolf. Any kind of endorsements or things in chat. Like, if I knew what it was and I'd read it and I was okay with it, then A1 tip top, but I'd rather not, if you don't mind. Not trying to be a downer. Yes, but I haven't read it, so I haven't able to vet that it, like, I want to share it to my followers. But anyway, if you want to chat about it more, you can always DM me and we can talk about it. Okay, cool. This is exactly what I wanted. Huh. This is in fact exactly what I wanted. There's a differentiation between things. Now, so I put a little what did I do? Yeah, so we did this. We had a margin bottom at the end of, oh god, I wonder if Florian's still here. So we have, oh, he sent me the link and I can probably figure it out. We had a margin bottom there, but I think maybe what we really need is a margin top on the titles. TOC title? Is title? No, heading. TOC heading. Yeah, it's extra nice, Kiko Supremo, when it automatically is exactly as you wanted. What have I got? I'm going to go. I really have a great way to order these things. So TOC. What did I call it? Heading? I want margin top. Oh, poop. This one facing. But we have a challenge. Huh? Huh? Interesting. Interesting. Specificity. It always gets you. So, yes, you have identified the problem, Gigo Supremo. Margin bottom is more reliable. But I don't want a margin bottom because it's not a margin underneath this one. It's a margin above the next heading. So every heading should have this margin. Dragon Blood. If it does it the first time round, chances are you've done something wrong. That won't be obvious until later. Yes, that has happened plenty of times to me. Okay, so conceptually what I want is a margin top over a heading. But I want it for every heading apart from the first one. Which is most likely these guys again. Lobotomized owls. Yeah, so this is I'm deferring Gico Supremo from the design. The design was saying that you should have a margin bottom underneath the selected like top level list, but that's not logically what we actually want. What we actually want is that sections are grouped together. So in this case, we have an introduction section. We have a core concepts section. So similar to this. So we already have it in the real guides. First child. Oh, so first child with an override. Okay, let's have a think about that. So it's table of contents, first child, margin, top 0. I think it goes on the child. So does that work? So then that would be the, yeah, like this is why I never understood this. When it is the first child. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. Thank you, Dragonblood. Yeah, buddy. So it's so hold on, let me get my brain around this. So what you're telling me is that first child isn't saying, hey, I want the first child off this element. It's like, hey, if I am an elephant, if I am an element that is a first child, then apply this. Yeah. Okay, cool, interesting. I wonder if that's going to stick in my conceptual whatever now. Okay, this is coming together. This is coming together. Another section, subsection. Look at this. Fancy, fancy. So, yeah. I don't know. I think that's probably a bit dark. Look at it. I'm going to have a look at our color section. Because we have a pretty cool color section where, oh, it's the other way around. We have two text colors and it's about background color rather than the other way around. Yeah, so this is a little component that I put together a million years ago, where you have like this little color block, and you define what your two like dark or light text colors are, and then you have a series of text sizes, and you have a thing. Oh, a new follower. Capapidas. I hope that was a good enough approximation of your name. Welcome, welcome. Specificity is read right to left with this. I don't think I've ever. That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever had that kind of a concept. Yeah, I don't really have a great foundation in CSS, but you know, it's double. Great. So we have ooh, new follower. Cats Willow everyone. Welcome, welcome. Boo. interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, this is the sort of stuff that somebody sat me down for like a little while, I would probably learn quite a lot from them. And I'd lighten this a little bit, but not so far. What? So we're double A right now, but we're very close to being only single A. We go to 5. So we fail on both. So we jump from there to there. So the closest we can have is 6. So this is me designing on the fly. Don't even know if that's good. Oh, cats will own everyone. Yeah, I read that wrong. I think I said cats willow everyone. Grandaz, welcome, welcome. Good day. Ah. Welcome. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Dragon Blood contributing to the custom overlay app challenge. Nick will be very, very happy about that. Nice to see you, Grandaz. I was wondering who it might be. I also have a Kiwi friend, and I was wondering if they also say good day. But yeah, nice to have our local Cork people joining. You're a local now, man. So we're making a little bit of progress. I'm taking liberties with the design here, so it's kind of, I don't know, I'm gonna say good enough. Cork, bye. I'm not even very good at the accent. Hope I'm not insulting your wife by giving it an attempt. You must do a good accent by now. So let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this for the review. So I don't know if it's good. Don't know if it's good as a design, but at least it's moving us forward a little bit, and it'll give us a talking point when I eventually submit it for a review. Okay, so the other thing that we have is this. We have this like background color when we have a selected, like we're on page 1. So it's like active. Anyways, first of all, let's check. This it's probably got, yeah, so it's an active link because they're all links. Is this active? Yeah. Granddad says you sound Jamaican. It's interesting because I used to live in Newcastle for a while. Apparently, the way Newcastle people say beer can sounds like bacon in Jamaican. Or they sound very similar. I am not going to attempt either of those accents, but if you want to do it yourself in your head, you can confirm my assumptions or anecdotes. So it looks like all we need is a bacon and Jamaican, yeah. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. It looks like all we need to do is use the active link stuff. So I think, what do we have? We have table of contents, a link. If we do table of contents a dot active, and we do background color var like gray something. I don't know what the right thing is, but we'll put it in there for now. Long live silly websites. What is a silly website? Okay, so our color is wrong. Let's find the right color. So our color is RGB. Ah, it's this one. DCE 0. So which color is that? It's 300. Oh, whoops. I changed the wrong one. Nothing to see here. I'm a professional, I swear. Okay. Now we're in an interesting fix. Ah. Oh. Beer cans / bacon? Soundboard page. I am very interested. Does it still exist? Oh no. No, redirect parser. I don't like that. Somebody's bought it. I am not continuing there. Definitely not live on stream. Right. So we're in an interesting fix here. This thing seems to be invariant. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was Flash. Oh God. My wife did a training recently, an online course or something, and it was actually built in Flash. I just had to explain to her that, you know, it's possible that it won't work because Flash is gone now. And like the instructions said, make sure your Flash version is up to date. And it's like, what does that even mean? Your Flash version up to date means throw it in the bin. Okay, yeah, I don't really know what to do here. Because the design calls for like this kind of weird padding stuff. Do it anyway. I don't know what this is doing. It's not centered, so what's our smallest spacing margin? Or I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Oh no, it's padding, not margin. Okay, so not bad. Don't know if this is what the designer... Oh, that's an interesting challenge. Introduction. introduction the same as that link? Index. And it's a redirection. Because we removed the slash index. Interesting, Mr. Bond. So that's a challenge we're going to have to fix, no doubt. But the question... Oh, God, that irritates me. How do we fix that? I don't know how to fix that. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's see, there's border radius. All we need to do. I don't know if we have a border radius variable. Probably do. Let's have a look. We have a radius LG. How many pixels is I'm gonna do radius. Radius. Contents. Bar. Not radius large, just ooh. How do you find out what the actual computed thing is? How do I? A.active. A. Why isn't it saying there's a border radius? Anyway, it's fine. Okay, cool. So that's kind of starting to pull together with what we've got. And we've got these things. Down arrows and up arrows. What we could probably do is we could probably make it only for the sub lists. So sub table of contents A.active. So now it'll stop it doing it for the top level ones. The problem is that we don't have... Oh! That's our Pomodoro. Another 5-minute break. I'm going to mess with something in this 5-minute break. I'm going to... Let me have a look. I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to go back to the stream starting for a second so I can steal something. Timer 1 minute. Oh, interesting. This isn't muted. How do I do this? Double click that. Copy that. Can you still hear me, everybody? Can everybody still hear me? Yep. Display capture, window capture, browser, color scheme, text, video capture device. That's what I want. Add source, MacBook camera. So one that already exists. Of course, it's backwards now. Let me transform. Flip. Bing bada boom. Look at me. Sitting in my... see, I can't actually tell if that's properly aligned. Because I can't really see when I'm moving it. Boom. Now the second question is, this system I have has a... Oh yes, we're here. So they're not necessarily... This is great. Preview doesn't work because WebMs don't work in previews. There and do VLC. Always open with. Yeah, so that's not going to be cool. There's one of these which is... Yeah, so it's a 1 minute timer. It's a 5 minute timer. Ooh. Grandaz has followed. Thanks for the follow. I don't actually see it because they're exactly what I want. No, the video that I want. Anyway, I'll figure that out at some point. Why didn't that alert happen? So let me add the alert browser source. Alerts. I don't know why they didn't show up. I'm going to do a test alert. Put you over here. Make sure it shows up. I'm going to do a test alert. A follow from myself. Boom. I follow myself because I'm just that narcissistic. It's not a great contrast over there. Do another sub. Yeah, it's all right. This will have to do. But yeah, this means that there's a chat box. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to do a chat box because your chats should be showing up here. Oh, fancy. They were. Yeah, so notifications have been showing up. Oh, look at that. There you go. It is working. That's pretty cool. It's terrible contrast. Like really, really bad contrast. That is just poor. These socials here. Let me. Oh, they're all terrible as well. Oh, very strange. Twitch URL. Go on, I'll just change it while I'm here. This is what 5-minute breaks are for, aren't they? Relate, that's me. Obfuscates your name. Yeah. It's a nice one, Dragon Blood. Twitter handle. You can follow me on Twitter if you feel like it. I'm relate in all of the places. YouTube channel. I do put this stuff up on YouTube, the VODs, but it's not. If you're here for the actual live stream, you might as well just watch that. But what I want is like a timer up the top. Have a there's a media source. How much time do I have? Yeah, there's 1 minute left. Media source, ad source, timer. 1 minute, add source. So if I have my Pomodoro break timer as a 5-minute thing, then I can just switch to this. It's all a bit new. This is all very fancy. Open source live. Yeah. I hope you appreciate the new fanciness that I have here. It's interesting, at least from my perspective. I want it to look cool, but it's a little bit over the top, if you ask me, right now. Yeah, almost ready to go. Come on, two more seconds, 1 more second. Go! Right, time to get back to it. See, this is why the whole custom overlay challenge is there, because there's such a difference between those screens, the stream starting screen and this screen, that it's like, yeah, might as well not be here, not be the same overlays. Right, where am I? Let's do another one of these. Boom. Oh, actually, we'll not do that because we're running out of time anyway. So what I'll do is I'll finish up a little bit. Let me see, what time is it? What I'll do is I will do another 25 minutes. I'll do 25 minutes and then I'll have to go. And then I might be able to come back in the afternoon, but probably not, to be honest. Okay, so where are we? Yes, so there's this problem. Introduction. Don't understand. What is this? Another section. It's active. Okay, so another section is active. It has a div in it, which is the collapsible panel body, collapsible panel inner. And then it has a UL that has a talk link. So what is this? This is active Ember view panel toggle. Panel toggle. Let me have a look. See, table of contents. So if pages has pages, if it's a top level one that has sub pages, let's have a li, a list item, It has. Where's the A? Link to. There we go. CP panel toggle. That's interesting. This is not that we need CP panel toggle. Why does it be CP panel toggles? Use a better class name. Yeah, so it's not doing anything with CP panel toggle. So what this is a this is interesting. So this is a section called heading. We have headings and then we have section titles. This is going to be, I'm going to call it a section title. Which is interesting because subsection has the same problem. Damn it. Oh, we can't. So I've solved it from the top level, but I can't solve it from the bottom level. Oops. Come to that in a minute. Look at this one. We have a section title. What I really want, if Florian was here, he would be very disappointed with me. I think I'm going to do that's interesting. Is it the top link or the A? The link is just the small one. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting. So this isn't quite what we want. This is just doing it based on active, which is nice. Background color, padding, border radius. But that's not quite what we actually want. What we actually want is the li associated with it to have the background color. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that table of contents li means that we can't just rely on the fact that it has this active thing anymore. We have a concept already. We have this. We have like section open starts with page.url page.id. So if section open, then li I've got a top group that's section open. Let's just have a look and see that. That's interesting. Because is the whole thing. So I'm wondering if we want the UL table of contents this is inside a sub thingamajig, sub table of contents. Oh, interesting. Funky. Oh, that's interesting. Talk link. I've put it on the wrong thing. I've put it on the talk group. Oh, selected. What? Selected it. Interesting. Doesn't have it selected. Interesting. There's something going on here, talk link, that it's trying to actually figure it out, but it's not doing it right. To normal. Cool. So, why is it not doing it right? Talk link. Let's do a quick log. Log stuff. Where are we? We're in another subsection. Another subsection. Page 2. Page 2. Seems a bit odd. What is current page? Yeah. Being passed in. It's only the top level one. This is harder than it looks. Because of that, I think I'm going to give up on it. Well, that's interesting. How does this do it? What's that side thing? Talk level selected, so it's working. So selected is working for that, but not for us. That's interesting. That is a perfect piece of information. Old developer trick. Steal ideas from something that is working. Yes, totally true. But this is not only is it working, it's the thing that we're replacing. So this is the old stuff. Let's go and have a look at that code for a second. GitHub. Ember learn. Provide maker Ember template. Components. Templates, components. Oh no. Nope. There's a type of contents. HBS. I think it's a little bit more. A little bit more complicated. Interesting. Not a bit more complicated. Simply. Page URL. So table of contents, current page. Else, current page. This is interesting. But I think it's interesting because in our test here, getting undefined. But change the structure of this a little bit, I think. That's why it's not working now. Nice to see you, Geeko Supremo. Thanks for joining the stream. Happy to have you here. I think I'm gonna need as much luck as I can get. A bit bananas at the moment. This is kind of a problem of my own making because it's recursive. Think about it in a particular way. But it's odd though, because what am I doing here? I'm doing stuff. Let's do page.title. If we're on page 2, that's not our current page. current page is page 2. Passed in, maybe. Go back. Table of contents. Probably going in. Oh, it's version. Page. Doing that here as well. Page. Oh, interesting. Problem was it needed prop drilling. Okay, we did it. Did it, folks. Selected li dot selected. Woohoo! Nice one. It may not be exactly what the oh, look at that. Look at that. Exactly what we want. What a way to finish up in our last 4 minutes of the stream. Wow, custom overlay app, 5k. Pretty good. Dragonblood Captain Skydiver is interested in that he wants me to work on it. We work together, so he's winding me up, I guess, is the closest. Having a bit of fun. Okay, this is good. So it's not perfect. It's clearly not exactly what the designer asked for, because also a lot of the stuff isn't it doesn't let you dump any more points in the stream. Oh, that's interesting. So there's a maximum points per stream. Interesting. Max 2k. Right. That's interesting. I wonder if that's something that I set up. Manage rewards and challenges. Okay, so I can't add. Interesting. Yeah, so I can't edit one that's currently running. But it also looks like if I try to add a new one, it doesn't let me choose if there's like a maximum or whatever. That's your motivation, Nick. That's your motivation. I love it. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, Ember Promise Modal's next, but maybe not today. This I need to go for lunch now and feed the kitties. And I may not be back for streaming in the afternoon. It's kind of a little bit up in the air in the afternoon for me, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay. I think that's kind of close so far. So the only thing left is these little arrowy things. Shape group. Which I don't know. Maybe they're optional. And also I don't have haven't done anything for the design of the drop down, which is another bit of fun because actually it's difficult to change the style of those drop downs. That's a pain. Oh well. Cool. Awesome. What have I got? So changes to the actual template, entirely new CSS file. Kind of a little bit shame that we're actually even using a PG for the but we could line edit some of the time. And then we added some test stuff. Cool. Let me really quickly commit this stuff. So what are we going to do? We're going to do add some headings. Time for site for table. My package lock changed. Close. Yeah, let's open this up. Oh. Guide maker, Ember template. First fixes. Well, lol. Oh, I should have done that as a. Okay, so first of all, I'm being too website redesign, change base, being bada boom. Okay. Then, second of all, I'm going to convert it. Cool. So there we go. That's it working so far. If anybody wants to keep an eye for, like, follow along, you can follow, you can, what's the thing? Subscribe to that issue. But for now, that's gonna be me. That's the end of my stream. Thanks everybody for the new follows. Thanks for the sub, Nick. And I will see you all next time, which might be this afternoon or it might be next week. We shall see. Bye.